I absolutely love working in the special services department here in the district because I really do feel like we live out that motto of where education is personal. There's less of an emphasis on meeting certain standards and more on meeting the student where they're at. And that's always a top goal for me each day is when I'm working with a student, just meeting them where they're at and not pushing them to an ideal that's not realistic.
She makes a good teacher because she asks if we need help, and she's always there for us when we need help for our work.
It all kind of started in high school for me. I always liked being in English class, and senior year I loved editing my friends' papers. So that got me thinking oh, I like helping people with writing. I've always liked to babysit. Maybe I should be an English teacher. When I got to college, I started thinking about special education because I realized I really liked working with students who had more individual needs, and I really liked working in one-on-one and in small groups. As a co-teacher, I'm in a classroom with students. Some of them have IEPs. IEP stands for Individualized Education Program, so they receive specialized services. But there are also students in there who don't have an IEP, and it's very inclusive. So one of my goals is to make it not known to students who has one, who doesn't. I think one of the biggest lessons from this year was the importance of caring for the whole child and for ourselves as well. For example, just when we were online, a lot of my students weren't in a place where they could easily work, and so my job became more of a support system for them without focusing on academics. So I would call, or I'd find ways to text them using Google Voice, or calling their parents, whatever I needed to do just to check in on them and offer whatever it is they needed to maybe even complete just a tiny assignment. So that's one big lesson that I learned this year is just it's okay to slow down sometimes and prioritize some of the more basic needs that we have, those whether it be self-care, getting enough sleep, eating right, and taking care of those social and emotional needs. I also just love my job, and I hope that that shows every day that I come to work, especially I want my students to see that.